Gary, 1-1 victory, a goal coming right at the death, but Corby were dominant most of the way through that game. It's a strange performance, but you must be pleased with the performance and the fact you've got a point at the end of the day.
I was really pleased with the first half performance. I think we set up to try and press them high, because if they get in a rhythm, you're in big trouble. They're a tough puzzle. Make no mistake about that. Obviously, they've just been battering teams recently as well, so they've obviously. I always feel this. You either catch them early, but before they're set. You either catch them at Christmas when all the players have gone home from uni, or you catch them at the end of the season when the pitches have gone bad. And we seem to catch them here this time of year when they're in full flow. But listen, I thought first half. Well, no, I know first half. We was the dominant team in there. They scored totally against the run of play, but unlike Saturday, we then kept going, and we've had probably, I don't know, 5, 6 half to good chances first half, and it's not gone. We've put 3 or 4 great corners in the box as well, which they've defended well, and then we've come out second half, and that's very patchy and sketchy, and we're getting far too desperate far too early, you know, and we're in a bit of a tough moment at the minute where we've got a lot of injured players. Not injured as in they can't play, but a lot of players carrying knocks. That's evident. We're not on a great run, although we're still in and around it. Every point is vital. So that's a really good point for us on the 97th minute and 96th minute or whatever it was. But that also shows a little bit of character, although we was desperate. And would I like us to play a lot better? Yeah. Would I like us to play like we did first 45? Yeah. But that's unrealistic at the minute. You're playing against a basically full-time team who are very, very good, very comfortable in possession, been free scoring lately, and we've managed to get a point which I think is more than fair on the night. You know, I think if we probably get all 3, because ironically the chances we missed first half, they scored against the run of play, and to be fair, they was looking comfortable for the draw. We was having a few scrappy bits, and just with our power and height and things like that. And you know, I think the subs come on and made a real difference tonight. I thought Harrow come on and made a difference. I thought Slinny come on and was excellent for 15, 20 minutes. Give us that legs that we needed. And you know, you got Reece Kelly, Rory, Ty, Keebs, Spen. They're all playing with knocks that they need a rest, and we just ain't got time for a rest, and we ain't got a big enough squad for them not to play. That's a 3G pitch this Saturday, which is a big problem for some of them. We've got a 3G pitch at Spalding the week after, which is another big problem for some of them. So we've got to manage this moment the best I can. We've got to keep doing the best, which we are, and we've got to hang around, you know, to the coattails of whoever's at the top. And, you know, just like I say, this time last year, we was winning, and Cornwall pulling away. This year, we're drawing, losing, winning, drawing, winning, drawing, and no one's pulling away. So someone will put a run together, and we've just got to make sure we hang on to the coattails, because, listen, this is the best squad I've had at Corby, 100%. Obviously, we've had some outstanding players there who are gone. But all in all, you look at the dressing room now, we've got a team of men, we've got some young legs, we've got some experience. You know, we've just got to take the chances when they come, because even Saturday against Loughborough, who then went on to have a great win last night, I thought we was the better team for 60 minutes. That was the last 30 minutes, which everyone remember. We was really poor. I watched it back. But listen, we're not in a poor spot. We're not in a terrible spot. Yeah, we'd like to be in a little bit better form, but the only way to do that is stay positive. Everybody, you know, stick together, which I just said to the boys in there. We've got to stick together. And there's a lot of teams who'd like to swap places with us. There's only probably 4 or 5 who wouldn't. So I think we're probably in the top 4 or 5. I don't know exactly. I ain't looked at it, but we've just got a real tough game at Warwick on Saturday. Then we've got Lichfield down here Wednesday, and then we've got a real tough game at Spalding. Then we've got Belper, tough. Then we've got Carlton, tough. So there's no let up. And the same for the other teams. Listen, I catch bits of other managers interviewed, they're all saying the same. They're all in a sort of agreement that the team that win the league is probably going to lose 6, 7, 8. That could be silly. That could be like the Conference North last year. I think Brackley lost 12, 13 games and won the league. This could be something like that. Like I say, every point's. I'd like to, if someone offered me 85 that we got last year, I'd take it now. Definitely, I think that'll win it this year. But I just think the league's so competitive. Like, I just genuinely believe that Bedworth at the bottom can beat anybody on the day, and I don't know, Carlton at the top, Loughborough at the top. They can lose to anyone. They've already lost games this year, so that's really that's a great league to be in. Really enjoying it. Really like to get everybody to December when you start going Saturday, you start getting some training in, start getting some rest in, start getting some rotation of the squad in, which we're trying to do now. And like I say, we've got to get to January, February, in touch, make sure we're still in touch with the top 5. And I think now there's probably still 12 games in, probably 10 teams think they could probably win the league or at least get promotion in the playoffs. So really exciting for the fans. Like last year, we was dead rubbers, weren't we, because Corn was so far clear. But I think every game is vitally important. I think that's great for the supporters of all the clubs, and obviously managing in it and playing in it as well.
Just to clarify something you mentioned earlier about Loughborough students, they are a strange anomaly because they're made up of, and it might sound obvious, but they're made up of students that are at Loughborough University. So it's not as if they're bringing in players. There's no age to that squad. There's nobody over the age of 23, really, I would have thought, in the team. And they have this stumbling blocks at the beginning of the season because they're new students in, or some new students in. And as you say, they've got this problem with them going away at the end of their term. So it's a strange team to play against, and they've kind of hit their form at the moment because they've had the time to play, and they're full time. They're playing all day. So, but to see Corby level on 96 minutes, if that had not gone in, you'd look at 2 defeats on the bounce, and you'd be on a bit of a back foot. Yeah,
and listen, we didn't want 1 point from the 6 from the 2 home games. But that's going to happen. That's going to happen this year. That's going to happen to every team this year. That's going to happen. I think, off the top of my head, I think Anstey probably lost 4 games. I think Long Eaton lost 4 on the spin. I think Belper lost 2 on the spin. We've just got 1 point from 6. You know, this is a survival of the fittest, and like that's one of them where you can't get too down when you lose a game because everyone's going to lose games, and 3 points is going to be massive, and that'll probably be that team who at some point in the year go on that 6-7 game win and run, you know, get 18 from 18 or 21 from 21, that'll probably break clear. And, you know, are we capable of doing that at some point? Yeah. Are 6, 7, 8 other teams in the league capable of doing it? Yeah, probably more, probably 8 or 9, yeah. So, like I say, it's just tough, and that's a long drive home, that's an early start tomorrow. That's a think about football again, but you ain't got no time because we play on a Wednesday. So even if you win tonight, you can't enjoy it. You know, there's a lot for us. I'll have to watch the game back tomorrow. We'll have to assess who's fit and who isn't, or who's the fittest of the bunch that we've got. And we'll try and get some intel on Warwick from their game tonight, and then obviously we'll have to go to Warwick and try and get a result. But we just know that's going to be tough. I think they had 3-4-0 wins on the trot before they lost Saturday or drew Saturday, so I don't know how they got on tonight. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving it, to be honest with you. I'm really enjoying it. Didn't enjoy the last 10 minutes tonight till we scored, because like I say, I think we deserve more than that. And, you know, the crowd here are quite knowledgeable, but this is a results crowd. If we don't score at the end, we get horsewhipped out the building. And that goal probably saved us from that. People think, oh, well, they probably deserved the draw. So, but listen, I know what the crack is. It's no problem. We've just got to regroup and go again Saturday and Wednesday and Saturday and Tuesday and Saturday and Tuesday, then Saturday and Tuesday for about another 5 or 6 weeks, and then we can have a rest. Perhaps go for a curry or something in one of the weeks.
Gary, great point tonight, obviously, and we'll speak to you Saturday at Warwick.
You will.